going on, everyone? I'm back from the video, and in this video I'm going to be finally showing you guys how you can make your cards sell. And then at the end, to make this video even more awesome, we're going to be claiming all 21 of these auctions, and many of those players, at least 5 of them are 100 overall or above. And also, I can show you guys some of the minimums and maximum, not maximums, but the minimums, because that's what mostly matters for the overall, which you'll understand later in the video. So we got nothing new in the game right now. And a lot of people have been telling me, why can't my cards sell? I'm having such a hard time. And I sometimes have, but now I think I've found the solution. I think I do know what you can do now to make your cards sell. So we'll just keep it on this screen for the video. So Ultimate Buckeye made a video saying the title was like something like this can really help you get your cards to sell. But he showed this website, well, it's on Reddit. There's this page on Reddit where it has a list of all the minimum bids and starting bids and buy now prices to put up for each overall. So the reason that can help is because ever since Season 2, EA has had a bot that buys your cards and then also puts up new cards when you put up a card. So we're not buying from players anymore. Like if another person that is on the same server as me posts a player, I cannot see that player. Instead, the bot can see it, and if the bot thinks it's a cheap price, the bot will buy it, and then the bot will repost it for probably a similar price or the same price. I'm not sure. So the cards you buy, you're buying from the bot. The cards you sell, the bot is buying. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you don't know what the server is, I think there's still servers. So there's 3 servers, and when you start the game, you'll just randomly put in one. And in Season 1, when you could see what other people put on the auction house, if you were on Server 3, you would see the auctions of the other people on Server 3. And then same for Server 1 and 2. So, but now there's this bot, and it prevents coin selling. That's why EA switched to that. I like the way it was in Season 1 better, where you just saw what other people put up. That would be great. But there was coin selling, which I understand where EA is coming from. Everyone would rather buy 1,000,000 coins for $10 than 1,000 NBA cash for $10. I would way rather have 1,000,000 coins. It was crazy how cheap coins were getting, so EA needed to put a stop to it so that they could make their bank. So that's why they did that with the auction house, and now it has created a problem. And also, now with the bot, there's minimum and maximum prices you can put up your player for. And that's including the starting bid and the buy now price. So, say you get a new player. Say right when the 105 Steph Curry came out, I pulled him. If I put him for 10 million, the bot wouldn't even buy him. The bot wouldn't even see it because it's too expensive. But maybe if I put it for 3 million when I first got it, the bot would see it and buy it. So, you can't sell your players for too much, and then you have to, and then you can't sell for too cheap. So when you sell your players, you have to. Here's what you can do to find out the minimum you can sell it for. Look up your overall player. Say I'm trying to sell my 102 Jamal Murray. I'll look up 102s. Say 200,000. Yes, so they're cheaper. I saw one up for 165. I'll just do 160. These are all 102s. So there you go. You can see that there's this one up right now for 157,000, 149,000. So right now you know that there's 149,000, 157,000. Right now looks like the cheapest buy now price. But I'll show you guys here that at just that time, that's the cheapest card up at that point. But when you see like that Jamal Murray, that it's not guaranteed that 157,000 is the minimum, because at that time that could just be the cheapest. But then later you could see one cheaper. So I found that 155,000 was the cheapest for 1 or 2 overalls. So every time I saw a cheaper start price or current bid, I just posted my Jamal Murray for that price because I knew that that was the minimum. I wanted to find the minimum. So, and the cheapest start price I saw for 1 and 2s were $148,000. So, I kept putting Jamal Murray up for that price until he sold. And I did the same thing for every other player until it sold. And an easy thing would be, say you just saw 1 or 2 Jamal Murray for $155,000 and then a start price of $148,000, like I put mine. And if it said item sold, meaning it just dropped in that round and someone immediately bought it, then you know you can put it up for that price and that's cheap enough to get it bought. So if you see a card that just was bought in the new round, then put up your card for those same prices because then you know it will sell. So I did that with every card, and then here's another circumstance. Here, let me just find another 1 or 2. So say you have, here. I'll do 103s. Let's find the cheapest 103 now. I put my Enes Kanter up for $205,000 and 196. So that's what I found for 103 overalls with the cheapest start price and current bid. And I put him up there because if you do this, see, Enes Kanter is one of the cheapest 103s. But say you have Jokic. He does not go for the cheapest. He does not go for $205,000. See, his cheapest right now is $264,000. Wow, I got lucky. So mine sold for $299,000. When I was to confirm my Jokic's, the cheapest one was like $350,000. So now he's cheaper. But as you guys can see, Jokic does not go anywhere close to the minimum bid and buy now price. So there's no reason to put him for that cheap then. Because if you have any players that are more expensive than the cheapest players of that same overall, then just all you have to keep in mind is that do not go the minimum, but you can sell it for more expensive so that you make as much coins as possible. So when I saw that there was $350,000 was the cheapest, where is it? Nikola Jokic, I was thinking, okay, well, I'm not going to sell it for the cheapest minimum bid and minimum buy now price for 103s because I know I could get more coins from him. So I just kept in mind to not go below that minimum and found that since the cheapest Jokic was $350,000, I'll sell him for $300,000. So that way it's cheap enough to sell and still over the minimum bid. So there's how you can find. I think that's a good. Oh, I didn't mean to claim that, man. Okay, so let's just pretend once I claim all my auctions at the end of this video that I started out at. Well, let's just remember I started out at 15,450,000. Yeah, around 15,450,000 coins. So we'll say that's where I started. And also, it's kind of trickier the lower overall you get. So say 89s. 9,000. See how cheap they are. No auctions found. 8,600. So see, if I had an 89, I would post up for 8,600, then find the cheapest bid. So you can get 7,800. It looks like. So I post mine for 8,600, I think it was, and then 7,800. And then if we go to my 89 overalls, let's see if I did that. Well, 8,500, and that means that I saw that actually the player could go down to 8,500. So you stay alert on the auction house, looking at that overall, and making sure and just finding out the cheapest minimum. Because at one point it could be 8,600, then in 5 minutes you could see a card for 8,500. So do not go below the minimum, but find the minimum, start price for bid, and buy now price. Not just the buy now price. And like from 85 to 89, it's all kind of like the same. Like if we do 8,000, I bet none will come up. Yeah, see? So they're very similar. Maybe the 85s are the same price. Wow. Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, 85s. So, it looks like from like 85 to 89 or maybe even 84, they're all the same price. Like, see, my 88 overall Elfrid Payton sold for the same price as Tristan Thompson. So, I think I've done a lot of describing. You guys get it. Find out the cheapest bid and buy now price for that overall player. And if your player is one of the cheapest players in that overall, sell it for the cheapest minimum and buy now. But if it's one of the more expensive players, just make sure to not go below the minimum and sell it for the decent amount cheaper than the other ones of that player, so that yours can sell. Like Victor, the minimum for 103s is 200,000. He was selling for like 400,000, so that's why I sold him for 399. So I described to you guys how the auction house has gotten to be like this and why it's gotten to be like this. And now I'll show you guys one more good example. Let's do 91s, because I feel like the hardest range to find the cheapest bids and buy now is like 90 to 93. So let's see. 13, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you see it can go for as cheap as 13,000. Let's see if it can go below 12,000. Nope. Okay, so I would sell my 91 for somewhere around 13,000, 12,000, unless later I saw a 91 for a price cheaper than that. So you see 12,000, 99, 12,000, pretty similar. So there you go, guys. The auction house is pretty complicated. I wish it was not this hard, but it is. And actually today I also recorded and uploaded Steph Curry gameplay, so recommend going to check that out if you want to see Curry ball and make some threes. Recommend going to check that out. And then now it's just close to night, and I'm making this to be uploaded tomorrow. Tomorrow would be Friday. So now, let's see if there's any packs to open before I claim all my auctions and end off the video. Not really. I don't have any tickets right now. I've used them all. And the last 2 times, I think I've literally lost the event. I'm really bad at the event. A lot of people say they've done it like... There's so many people that say they have 0 keys, and other people that say they have 20 keys, which I don't understand. I do not like that. I wish everyone got close to the same amount. Then some people getting a lot, some people getting a little. At least I got a lot of keys, so I could, not a lot, but a decent amount, so that I can make a great video from it. And also every day, these events become, what's it called? They renew. So you get to do another first one every day, which is nice. Now without further ado, let's finally claim these auctions. So I started at around 15,450,000. Now let's see how much I can make just from all these things. Buddy Hield, Ralph Sampson, Elfrid Payton, 87 Jeremy Lamb, 97 Jeff Green, 96 Antoine Walker, 98 what's his name? Gary Payton, 70 Mikal Bridges, 89 Tristan Thompson, 102 Robert Horry, 99 Udonis Haslem, 103 Victor Oladipo, 101 Glenn Rice, 102 Jamal Murray, G Wiz, Bruce Steinem, 101 Goran Dragic, Record Token, and Nikola Jokic. I got a feeling I made a lot of coins. I'm going to guess at least 2 million. So I'm going to guess I have around 17,312,000. That's my guess. Let's see if I'm right. In 3, 2, 1, bam. I was pretty close. Wow, guys, though. See, I also told you guys in my How to Make Millions Coins video that you should never leave auctionable players sitting on your bench. These used to be non-auctionable, so I gotta sell them now if they're auctionable. But if you look at my bench, mostly all the players you see are non-auctionable. See, all the Game of the Week players are. Keeping these because they might, I'm not sure, they might still give a boost in 3v3 promos to your points. Most of these are non-auctionable, yep. And then I have barely any auctionable golds here. Barely any. So, many people, I think, do not sell. They leave all those players sitting because they don't feel like selling them. But that is one of the biggest reasons I have 17 million coins. Whenever I get new players, I sell the old ones. So, that's another valuable tip I'm going to give you guys. Make sure to always sell the players that are not in your lineup. And you do not have to buy players specifically for shooting, defensive, and balance lineups. Just put the players in your NBA lineup in it, and then non-auctionable ones. But don't waste coins by keeping auctionable players that are not in your NBA lineup in the balance, shooting, defensive, street, or evolution lineup. So I think that is finally it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I think this will help a lot of you guys, and I hope it does. So please subscribe if you haven't already, because I try to get the best videos out like this one possible. So it's the best thing you can do for a YouTuber. Just subscribe to them. It shows them that you're liking their videos and helps them grow. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks so much. So if you have, that means you like my videos, which I'm happy to hear. And I just really appreciate it. So thanks so much to all Fets Nation for subscribing, showing me the support. Let's try to smash 20 likes in this video. But that's going to be it for me. Peace out.